Every day, millions of Americans carry an esoteric symbol in their pocket, yet they never give it a thought. Secret signs are right in front of you, yet you're blind to them. If you're like most people, you've never questioned the symbol that might be in your pocket right now. I'm going to show you the true meaning of the symbol and how it reveals a secret war for the fate of humanity. The Eye of Providence, or the All-Seeing Eye, looks down upon the unfinished pyramid. If you look up this meaning online, you're going to find a trove of information that's simply wrong or that's greatly distorted. This symbol has to do with the illusory nature of the material dimension and the evolutionary trajectory of humanity. This is not a material reality. It's a reality of frequency, of mathematical energy, of mind. To understand this, let's go back to the state before time began, before there was any such thing as space, before matter was created. This was the zero state, the ground state, ground zero, the source. To almost all of humanity, it's the most mysterious state of all. But to a select few, it's the state about which we can have the greatest possible analytic knowledge, because it's the domain of pure mathematics, as yet uncorrupted by the material states to which mathematics gives rise at the Big Bang. So what was this extraordinary state like? What was it? In the mental state that preceded and caused the Big Bang, everything was pure energy, pure mind, all existing within a single point called the singularity, a dimensionless, immaterial state outside space and time. The cosmic mind. These energy waves are analytic sines and cosines, and in the state that gave rise to the Big Bang, all the waves were perfectly in phase, perfectly aligned, and had zero entropy. This is the state that scientific materialism can never reach, precisely because it's not material. This was a state of total perfection, a domain of pure mind. It was a point of perfect unity, harmony, synthesis, and reason. Emotionally speaking, it was a state of perfect love, perfect bliss. The domain of matter, the entropic universe that brings with it hate, dislocation, disconnection, fear, and unreason, had not been generated yet. The Big Bang was a symmetry-breaking event, a generator of entropy. This means that the energy of reality, the sinusoidal waves, went from in phase to out of phase. This misalignment of energy, this separation and asymmetry, is what generated the domain of space-time. It was an involution event, where a higher state collapsed into a lower state. The energy reached a point of maximum disharmony, maximum disconnection, and this corresponds to the maximum disruption of the cosmic mind, its greatest fragmentation and confusion, its greatest state of ignorance. Then, the shattered mind, now mired in matter, began to recognize itself. It began a path of return to alignment, a return to harmony, and an elimination of matter. You can think of the unfolding of the universe in terms of a whole that was broken into myriad pieces and is now putting itself back together again. A cosmic smashed mirror, or jumbled jigsaw puzzle, or scrambled Rubik's Cube. This reorganization and optimization of energy, this return to unity, wholeness, and completeness, is the process of evolution. Everything in the universe bears the stamp of the original perfection and is trying to get back to it. For most people, this happens at a deep unconscious level, and they express this through religions, spiritual systems, faith and mysticism, prayer, meditation, and a longing for unconditional and universal love. For Hyperions, it's an explicit conscious process that can be achieved through reason, logic, philosophy, and above all, mathematics. Evolution is the process of energy waves, thought waves, interacting to find the most optimal pattern, and evolution will continue until it finds the absolute perfect pattern where all energy interacts perfectly. Evolution isn't random. It's the path to perfection. It's a mathematical inevitability and powered by the mathematical drive of the universe to reach its lowest entropy state, which is exactly that state where there is no such thing as matter, a perfect immaterial singularity. The pyramid depicted on the dollar represents the process of evolution. The shape of the pyramid and its convergence to a point represents the ever-increasing perfection of the universe through evolution towards the omega point. The base of the pyramid is the physical state furthest from the point, the apex of the pyramid, the singularity, where there is no space, no time, and no matter. However, the pyramid is incomplete because evolution hasn't completed. The unfinished pyramid represents the current unfinished state of the universe, the world, and humanity. The bricks symbolize that this is set in stone. The past has already occurred, and it can't be reversed. Now turn your attention to the all-seeing eye watching over the construction. The eye is located at the top of the pyramid. It's where the construction is headed. It's the goal. It's that towards which the pyramid strives. But remember, the pyramid represents the process of evolution, and so the all-seeing eye represents the end goal of evolution. What is this goal? First, you must understand what you are. Just as reality isn't material, neither are you. Reality is composed of sinusoidal waves, and a single complete collection of these waves is called a monad. One monad is an autonomous, self-directing collection of energy containing a full set of all possible waves. It's a mind. It's a soul. That is what you are, what you really are. You aren't a body. You're a mind. And contained within yourself, you have the same energy profile as the universe itself. The universe is simply you at large. You multiplied by countless other monads exactly like you. As above, so below. The universe is the complete set of all monads and reflects all monadic behavior and interactions mediated by the universal monadic language of mathematics. Mathematics is how everything in the universe communicates with everything else. Without a universal language, nothing could communicate with anything, resulting in total chaos or no existence at all. Since your monadic energy can never be created or destroyed, only expressed in different ways, you are eternal. Your body can pass away, but you, as a mind, can never die. Your body is just a vehicle that your mind links to. You didn't just randomly happen to be a human. You've been here since the beginning, and you've been fighting tooth and claw through countless lives and incarnations, riding the process of evolution to get to this point. You are on a spiraling path of evolution on your way to perfection. Humanity is not the end of evolution. It's just a phase you're going through, and there's so much more to come. The philosopher Nietzsche said, "Man is a rope stretched between the animal and the overman, a rope over an abyss. What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not a goal." As Nietzsche rightly pointed out, humanity is merely a bridge to something greater. That something greater is the Hyperion. Humanity has the potential to become gods and goddesses. The end point of evolution is the absolute, the all, the one, the source. It's the universe become completely conscious of itself. It's the end of the domain of matter when all of us have reached complete perfection as immaterial minds and we become conscious as the universe itself. You'll notice that everything in the image is material except for the all-seeing eye, which watches over the great work from the immaterial domain. But why is the eye opened now? You see, those of us that have become conscious of what we are the directors of evolution. We are the watchers of the great work. The great eye has opened, and we are the eye. You have the potential to come to this consciousness as well. To become conscious of what you are will enable you to direct your life in ways beyond imagining. You'll be transformed. You'll see everything with different eyes. You'll have a crystal clear perspective and the clouds of ignorance will disperse. It must be made clear that this symbol of the pyramid has been stolen and bastardized by some of the vilest people on earth. Though this symbol was once magnificent, there are many evil societies in existence that currently display it. We uphold the original meaning of this symbol, and it's our sacred cause to bring humanity to the pinnacle of evolution. The rich elite, the old world order, are those that oppose us. They seek to keep humanity enslaved in a constant state of unknowing. The 1% are the repulsive controllers of the world, and they must be stopped. They are exactly that which is obstructing your evolution. They know that if you become aware of what you are, you can no longer be controlled. And so they manufacture a sick world to keep you in a constant state of illness and distraction. We seek to create a free society, a new world order in which the people are in charge rather than the psychopathic elite. To prevent you from becoming God, the old world order keeps you on your knees and enslaved to an imaginary God. Wouldn't you prefer to become a deity rather than be a slave to a fabricated one? How pathetic does a person have to be to succumb to the control systems of mainstream religion? They'll throw away their lives kneeling to some imaginary being they've never seen and will never see, and which they believe in only because their parents and community brainwashed them to. If a Christian had been raised in a Muslim nation, they would be a Muslim and not a Christian, and vice versa. This shows how absurd religion is, and how it's purely a result of what mind control system you were subjected to as a child. Wouldn't you rather control your own mind rather than have it controlled for you? Why don't you think for yourself for a change? Imagine a world where the control systems of mainstream religion have been abolished. It's a world of free thinkers. That's the Hyperion world, the new world order, the world without slaves. The war between the old and the new, between control and freedom, between faith and reason, has been raging behind the scenes throughout history. We've embedded the secrets of existence in symbols and through stories, so that humanity might see and understand. But the rich 1%, the old world order, fear us and our mission, and they've stolen, corrupted, distorted, perverted, and inverted our symbols, and they've spread propaganda to alter public perception into viewing us as villains, when of course they themselves are the real villains. They've done everything in their power to keep the people in fear of the new. The choice is yours. You can remain in the old world where you're treated as a disposable product, a cog in a machine, a worthless commodity. Or you can create with us a new world, one in which you're recognized for that which you are, a free and eternal being of infinite potential. It's time to smash the old world order, the order of greed, dominance, hateful religions, and control by the psychopathic few. It's time to create a new world order, an order of freedom, compassion, philosophy, art, and reason. Come with us to the summit of the pyramid and the perfection of the universe and the perfection of yourself. At the top of the pyramid stand the gods and goddesses, fully optimized, perfected minds. They've reached the hyperpoint, the point above all. Join us. Join the society of the divine. Don't worship God. Become God. My name is Morgue, herald of the Hyperion New World Order. Ad Astra, to the stars. Make sure that you like and subscribe and check out my Patreon for hidden videos.
That what's going on is really nefarious. People are installing these deadly systems of religion to keep humanity at a lower state. I'm going to say it again. How will you ever become a god if you're busy worshiping a god? No, you're not broken, you're not sinful, and you're not flawed. Fuck that. Wear sin as a proud banner. Go out and sin.
If you enjoy my videos, then join us on Patreon. This is how I'm able to continue my work. Thank you to everyone on Patreon. You guys are amazing, and you're helping us to create a new future.